My name is Linda and I've come from London to give this testimony. Last January, I was here to give a testimony about the various cancer diagnoses I was given. Now, when I turned 50, I decided to go back to school to do law. It's one of the things I've always wanted to do, and because I had a bit of time, I just felt I might as well go ahead to do it. And as soon as the enemy knew that I was going to do that, it struck me with cancer. That was the first testimony that I gave. And this year, that was 2023, and come 2025, I went to do the yearly mammogram. I was here, my husband called me and said to me, I've got bad news. I said, okay, go ahead. I'm here already, I'm already at the altar. And my husband said to me, you have been recalled. I said, why is that? He first said to me, where was the first surgery? I said, it's the right breast. And he said to me, it's the left breast this time. And I said to him, listen, I will not settle for this. To start with, I'm not even in the UK. So do me a favor, call them back. Tell them I'm not in the country. But I need to listen before I can even accept another date. And the Lord said to me, you are currently fasting and praying. Do the 10 minutes dance. I said, no, let me increase it to 20. Because I know what happened when I finished my exams. That's just to round that up. And he said to me, for end of every dance, sow a seed. My husband called me on the Monday to say to me, they have given you an appointment. The appointment date that they gave me was the same day I was supposed to come back to the UK. And I came back to the UK. I just said to myself, this has really settled it. I came back to the UK that same day. I went from the airport straight to this. And I said to my husband, this is different. I'm not going to cry this time. I'm not going to cry like the last time. I'm not going to negotiate with the doctors. I'm going to come back out here with my all-cry. Pastor Jerry says, what prayer brings, prayer keeps. And he says, anything that is not of the Lord, that is planted in this body, will have to go. It's not subject to choice. I cannot be at the altar taking the Holy Communion, and my body will be riddled with cancer. That is not going to happen. The Lord has done it. He has perfected it. And Pastor Jerry keeps saying, it will end in praise. And before I left Nigeria, I sent a message to the Pray with Pastor Jerry. And that's what I always do. When I'm in some kind of difficulty or confusion, I just write him. When I came here, I said to my brother, after that service, I'm going to dance. I'm not going to pray. I'm going to go up there and I'm going to dance. And I will dance out of here. And that's how I'm going to dance out of that hospital as I walk into the UK. And I'm going to dance back in here and I'm going to thank the Lord. And that's exactly what happened. They did the ultra scan. They did all the scans they could. And they said to me, they can't find anything. I said, because a Roy has done it. As if that wasn't enough, come October, my surgery site that happened 2 years ago opened. And I'm sitting and thinking, this cannot be right. Pastor Jerry, on the 6th of the 7th, was saying to us to shake it. He always says, shake it. Anything that's not of the Lord should come out. The surgery site that was open, I touched something that felt like metal, and I pulled it out, and it wasn't supposed to be there. I took a snapshot of it, and I called the nurse. I said, listen, this is here. And they said to me, you need to come back into hospital. And this has been lodged there since 2023. With that declaration, everything that's not of the Lord that is in your body, shake it out, and it jumped out. So for me, I just said to the nurse, the Lord has done it. This is the end of cancer in my life. This is just to show you all that God is God. And when I started, I talked about going back to uni at 50. I was the oldest in my class. And it's so interesting because they just couldn't understand what I was doing. My seat was always in front. Every year I do the exam, they see me the next year. But the beauty of it is, I said to the Lord when I came back here after my exams, the Lord said to me, dance until your result comes out. And I did. And the beauty of it is that one of my papers, I had almost 90%. Now, we're talking about law. We're not talking about any other thing. So I just want to thank the Lord because I have walked out of that university, City University of London, with a 2-1 at the age of 53. I've come back to say to this God, who continues to show me mercy, who understands that the world is watching. I've boasted with his name. And he said, affliction will not arise the second time. And he has kept his words. He's that a Roy, the God that truly sees me. Papa, I just want to say, like the millions of other people, the oil on your head will never run dry. You have so empowered us. You have energized us. When I walk out there, I say to them, my spiritual cover, My Papa is fearless. So there is nothing the enemy will throw at me that will come to pass. Amen.